Hi, I'm here with my buddy Rushi.
Hello.
We're in Thailand right now, and we're going to quickly talk about, well, maybe not so quickly, but we're going to spend some time talking about theory of thought so that everyone can understand, including Rushi. He doesn't know anything about it, right?
Nothing at all. I'm here to learn.
Yeah, you're learning, but you like metaphysics, right?
I do. It's a fascinating subject.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to go right into like what theory of thought's about.
Yeah.
So imagine that reality, okay, has a back end. It has something behind the scenes.
Like a programming language.
Like a programming language,
Right.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So the idea is, what does that programming language look like? Are we really talking about, looking at, if we look at physics and we look at people, are we really looking at what's reality? Are these just like holograms? Are these just like, renderings of some other thing that's happening?
You're kind of talking about that thing in the Matrix where they can look at code or they see something that's real.
Exactly.
Right?
When we're talking about duality, right? We're talking about this duality.
Yeah.
And we're talking about duality in terms of physical versus this abstract realm. So it's not just duality in terms of circle and line, we're also talking about a duality basically of what we see of reality and then this back end, this underneath, behind the scenes.
See, I've never thought about it that way. I think about duality a lot. Good, bad, black, white, right, wrong. But always like on this plane in this reality.
Yeah.
You don't think of...
The reality itself is the duality.
Yeah, you don't think this is one half
there's
of
the
something.
heaven and hell thing, but then again, the heaven and hell is on the opposite sides. You kind of have where we are, and then there's heaven and hell underneath.
Right.
Where it's kind of not exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that where we're at is really one of the duality, one half of duality.
Yeah.
And then on the other one is this other thing that I'm talking about that we're gonna try to describe and like see how that thing affects this thing. And like what's really affecting everything that's happening are we making decisions here and then just things are just happening, or is there things happening over here and then that are affecting here?
So like cause and effect, but beyond this reality, beyond this realm, dimension, whatever it is.
Yeah. And I say all this because, we have this construct of thought on top of that, on top of this material construct and this thought stuff going on. And in my head, like, there's a clear distinction between thought and matter, right? Like, thought is abstract. Like, thought does not exist, but it's this thing that we do.
Yeah.
And it's a thing we do well. And it's a thing that all living creatures do.
In some form.
In some form. And, like, I bet a lot more than we believe,
Totally.
that we understand.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about the beginning of understanding this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, it seems to me that there's this clear duality between thinking and material world, and it needs to be combined. And right now, the way that it looks is that matter births thought, and then thought is used to, become better in the material world, to improve your ability to succeed or compete. It's an ability, and it's like an ability, like fingers are maybe an ability. It's like an ability, like an arm is an ability. Do you understand? It's kind of like,
it allows you to
now.
do something.
Yeah, it's like that's how it is now. It's like an attribute.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that it's not an attribute. It's thought is a reflection of this abstract world. So let's say the duality, where the physical and we have the abstract.
Okay, I think
The
I'm with you.
abstract.
A bit, yeah.
Okay, the abstract is the world of thought. And it always exists. So from the beginning you have the physical, and that's the Big Bang and the matter, but you also have this abstract. And it's from the beginning. It's always existed.
But, so this, let's separate up and down, just for simplicity's
sure.
sake. And we say down is the world of thought, and it's always been there. It's immaterial though, it's not tangible.
Not tangible.
Can't touch it, can't see it, can't smell it, but it's there.
Yeah.
And then Big Bang, blah 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 blah, evolution, matter, evolution, intelligence. But then this intelligence is like a sample of what's underneath.
Exactly.
So
the intelligence that comes out of the matter is a reflection of the world of the abstract. So the abstract exists. So the thinking that comes out is in direct proportion to the complexity that's built within this abstract layer. So the abstract layer also undergoes a Big Bang and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So then thinking is not an ability to outcompete. It's an ability to tap into the abstract part of the universe.
Okay.
Okay, so if the universe has two parts, and matter can't really interact inside the abstract piece because it's just material. But when you get to the life part, its whole thing is this abstract piece. It's like,
you suddenly connect.
Yeah, it's part. It's like okay, now we're really tapping into what the universe is about, and it's both pieces. It's the underlying
that
layer
we can't see or touch. But now we have sentience and we can think. Thinking is connecting with that.
Exactly, and then the idea is what's inside of that layer. Like, what are they connecting with, and what are they really understanding, and how that's affecting.
So like everybody thinks differently. Everyone has their own thought patterns, or even their own evolution, let's call it, of intelligence. From when they're a kid to whenever they pass on to whatever they pass on to, their intelligence changes and grows. Right. So. Does that mean they get better, or they tap into more, or
they're growing their relationships?